hits the upper limits of the Earth's atmosphere, begins the heating of the craft's heat shield, which will see temperatures in excess of 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit during its descent. Entry interface coming at just under 62 miles over the Earth's surface, just about 3 minutes after that module separation. Once the craft enters the Earth's atmosphere, the crew will expect to see their maximum G-force loads. Once they're at an altitude of about 21 miles over the Earth's surface, they'll be pulling about 4 to 5 Gs sustained. Following that, they'll begin the parachute deployment, giving the initial command currently targeted at 916. 2 pilot parachutes will deploy, the second one pulling out the drogue chute, slowing the descent rate of the module from 230 meters per second to 80. This after the main chute deploys and those soft landing rockets fire for a much more manageable touchdown for the Soyuz craft and the astronauts inside. That landing just about 37 minutes away, still marching towards the separation of the modules of the Soyuz craft. Crews and controllers reporting everything on the vehicle continuing to function nominally.
Moscow. Parus. We copy you, but with a lot of interference. How do you copy us? Inaudible. Breaking up.
As mentioned, that Soyuz craft reaching the outer limit of the space-to-space VHF relay communications for the craft, so audio will become fairly intermittent and ratty.
Inaudible. Moscow, Parus, we copy you good. We copy you clear. Okay, copy that.
So again, the craft continuing to press towards that module separation. Just a little under 10 minutes from now, communications with the crew becoming a little bit spotty now as the craft passes outside of the range for relay communications through the International Space Station. Also, we'll be experiencing quite a bit of plasma buildup during its descent through the Earth's atmosphere, so communication expected to be fairly ratty, but once it passes through and comes into range of one of the Antonov fixed-wing aircraft, which will be circling the landing site, that aircraft will be acting as a command center for all the teams there on location and also relaying communications from the crew to the Mission Control Center in Koryov. We will be getting regular updates on all those communications once the aircraft comes into range of the Soyuz craft from the visiting vehicle officer here in Mission Control Houston.
Well, but with interference. We copy you well, but with breaks. Good. Copy. It's hot a little bit here, I would say. So the ISS automatics will be switched at 4:55, 58 from the panel. Have you activated it? No, it will be at 4:58 from the panel. Yes, copy that. 0458. That's correct. That's correct. The helmets are closed. Okay, we'll wait for your report about the F3 activation. Copy that. Parus, how copy? We read you good. In 40 seconds we are sending the F3 command. Okay, so you have released the buttons? Yes, we have done that. And we use the push button to communicate.
So the departing Expedition 35 crew members continuing to press towards that module separation is the next major point in their descent. They successfully completed the deorbit burn on time at 8:37 p.m. Central Time. The 4-minute and 45-second firing of the Soyuz craft engines. The three on board, Chris Hadfield, Tom Marshburn, and Roman Romanenko, continuing to report down to the ground when they're in communication range on how everything's going.
Next step, 50155. Okay. Standing by on attitude monitoring at 0155. Copy. Sunrise is 0502 and you'll be able to monitor the attitude. We agree.
Just about 5 minutes away now from scheduled module separation, a little over 31 minutes from touchdown in Kazakhstan. And module separation will see the orbital module, which depressurized itself following the successful deorbit burn, and the instrumentation and propulsion module detach from the descent module. The descent continuing on through the Earth's atmosphere, protecting the crew with its heat shield and ablating much of the heat of re-entry before eventual touchdown. Meanwhile, the International Space Station, flying just over the Central African Republic and about to pass over the Sudan. On board, 3 crew members remaining as the new crew of Expedition 36, which formally began after the separation of the Soyuz craft from the International Space Station. They are now being led, as of yesterday, by Russian cosmonaut Pavel Vinogradov there in the middle. And remaining on board with him, NASA astronaut Chris Cassidy as a flight engineer, also Russian cosmonaut Alexander Mazurkin. Under 30 minutes away now from scheduled touchdown in Kazakhstan, the craft continuing to function as expected, just about 3 minutes away from that scheduled module separation, standing by for reports of telemetry from the visiting vehicle officer here in Houston.
ISS, how copy? We cannot copy you, we cannot copy your reports further, it's a little bit early, okay, great. I will convey that. Okay, so another copy, Roman. The ground cannot copy you. You just keep talking and I will convey it for you. We feel great. Everything is nominal. Next, separation minus 214. We're standing by for the time. Copy. Virus, now we copy you loud and clear at MCC Moscow. Okay, how was? As I said, next is 502. We copy you loud and clear. We are getting ready to start monitoring the separation program and control descent. In 11 seconds, we'll proceed with that. Okay, we're standing by for your report.
Есть программа разделения.
Separation program confirmed. Control descent confirmed. How copy? Program 1 is on. Copy. Okay, monitor control descent.
Еще раз.
Say it again.
Пока тень. Ожидаем.
We're standing by. Copy.
СК пока ничего нет.
Nothing. SK. Copy. Standing by at the next checking point.
Crew continuing to go through their checklist. Coming up now on that module separation.
First, Moscow. First, we're standing by on your report on separation minus 1 minute 14 seconds. First, MCC Moscow. First, MCC Moscow.
Now standing by for module separation.
Paris, MCC Moscow.
And the teams here in Mission Control, Houston, reporting the separation occurred on time. So successful separation of the modules coming from telemetry received from the craft.
Paris, how copy MCC Moscow? This is first. This is ISS. Copy. Come in. First, MCC Moscow. First, ISS. Come in.
So the Russian mission controllers will continue to attempt to get any communication they can with the Soyuz craft while it makes its descent. But again, telemetry on board the craft reporting to the teams successful module separation on time at just at about 9:05 p.m. Central Time tonight. This coming a little over 27 minutes after that deorbit burn was done successfully. Soyuz craft right now a little under 90 miles over the Earth's surface, continuing to descend. Next major milestone coming up, entry interface, which should be occurring within the next minute or so.
Come in.
The entry interface will be the descent module's interaction with the upper atmosphere.